Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today I'll be reviewing the S.H.Figuarts Super Saiyan Son Goku Z Fighters version. Now this is a Tamashii Nation store exclusive. This is the exclusive of this year. It was and is available in, I believe, the Japan Tamashii Nation stores as well as the US ones. If you can't get to those, I think they hold them at some events as well, and if you can't get to that, then it's aftermarket. Now this is specifically a Goku to recreate the opening credits last frames of Goku amongst all of the other Z Fighters where he powers up as Super Saiyan. So it is a very, very, very specific and very unique head sculpt, and that's pretty much the entire reason why this figure exists. It is also interesting as almost a companion piece to the exclusive Figuarts Goku from this year, where all of his accessories were to recreate the Chala Head Chala opening sequence, which is really cool. They both work in tandem with each other, and it is kind of neat to have stuff like this. Now the box is cool and rather simple. I like the Tamashii Nation's exclusive look. It does kind of suck that it doesn't show you the accessories or anything like that, but it does give you enough of a feel of the figure to be like, yeah, this is cool, this is something special. But taken out of the box, you can see what we're dealing with. This is effectively the full power Super Saiyan Goku with a new hair sculpt, and you actually get two hair sculpts with this figure, which is kind of cool. But otherwise, it's pretty much that exact same loadout, minus one of the faces in favor for a new hair sculpt. So he's got three faces out of the box, two additional head sculpts, as well as several paired hands. It is the standard loadout of fists, the instant transmission hands, fighting pose hands, ki blast hands, and Kamehameha, the traditional Goku loadout. But taken out of the box and put on a display, here is the Z Fighters Goku, and he's looking pretty good. Generally, I do really like the choice for the hair color with this figure. It is very, very unique, and the hair sculpt in general is something else entirely. But the other choice they made is he's made out of almost entirely clear plastic, so all of the gi is clear as well as his hair. And it allows for a pretty cool effect when you shine light right behind him. It is meant to be, he's powered up, and it's an interesting aesthetic to go with. They also did change his skin color quite a bit, and it does suit that sort of powered up state of this Goku. And the bright orange of the clear plastic really, really looks good. There is some really cool shading throughout to make it look like pulsing energy throughout him as well. It's most noticeable on the blue parts of the gi, which I think is nice. And in general, the new stuff on this figure is that head sculpt. It is a completely unique style. We haven't seen anything like this before for his hair. It's very flowy, very free, and the golden yellow color they chose is so, so good. I'm really, really impressed with this hair sculpt. Yeah, it doesn't look like Goku all of the time, like that's not the way his hair is all the time as Super Saiyan, but it is readable enough as Goku going Super Saiyan, and it is accurate to that powered up state at the end of the opening credits, and just looks really, really good. But we'll do a quick size comparison with him. So here he is next to the full power Super Saiyan Goku, so you can see they are effectively the same figure, as well as the legendary Super Saiyan Goku. And the reason why I've got the legendary one out is because there's a little bit of cross accessory stuff that you can do with it, which is kind of cool. Next, the one that really matters, here he is with all the other Z Fighters and trying to recreate that last image. Granted, in that image, Trunks has his jacket off, but this is as close as you can get with all the official released Figuarts. And they all look really, really good together. It is nice to finally have this display set up. But moving into posability, it is exactly what you expect. It is the 2.0 mold. So the only difference is the head, which allows for a little bit of bending back and forward, side to side, all you expect. The arms are exactly the same as every other 2.0 mold, as well as the chest, waist, legs, everything. It's all you've seen before. If you've watched any of my other 2.0 videos, I do roughly try and go through the posability, but in this case, it is something that I've talked about a very large number of times this year, so forgive me if I don't go all the way through it. But it is what you expect, pretty free movement overall. You can get what you need out of this figure, and that's pretty much what the 2.0 sculpts are. But the new stuff, so his faces. So he comes with a sort of neutral angry face out of the box. He has a teeth gritted angry face, as well as a shouting face, and all of these faces look really, really good, so much better than the full power Super Saiyan faces. There's just something weird about that one's head sculpt. And of course, all of these faces are usable with the more powered up hair. I have heard people call this Super Saiyan 2 hair. It is not Super Saiyan 2 hair. There is a very different sort of fringe going on with that. This is him just powered up, where all his hair is flicked up. And it does look cool. I do quite like it. And it does hide the seams rather well. Now, one other thing is these faces are compatible with the legendary Super Saiyan Goku, but the legendary Super Saiyan Goku's faces aren't compatible with the figure, or at least in my attempts it didn't really work because the pegs are a little bit too long or short on either or, so they work on legendary Super Saiyan Goku but don't work on this Goku. So it's a little bit awkward, but it does give you more options with legendary Super Saiyan, so that's pretty cool. And with those options you can get this Goku into the standard poses that you would assume that the 2.0 can get into, but I feel like this one is more in line with having effects and charge ki blasts and things like that. It just blends way better, and I really, really like it. Especially with the recently released Goku Effect Part set, I feel like that charging ki effect, aura effect, looks really, really good with this figure. And depending on your lighting, you can make this Goku look incredible. Just any light shone on the hair just makes it pop so well. And again, the really bright, vibrant gi really, really, really helps. I kind of wish that the gi wasn't clear. I think it would have worked just a little bit better. Ultimately would probably be better in the long run because clear plastic doesn't really have the best reputation of lasting over time. But it is still really cool, just a minor nitpick. And thankfully all the main joints are solid plastic with some rough color matching. Depending on your lighting, you will see all of the internal mechanisms of the figure, which is kind of funny as well. But yeah, overall a pretty solid release. It is a cool little exclusive figure. I do like that exclusives in general are just repaints or slight alterations to pre-existing figures, and this fits right into that category. If it's a wholly unique figure, usually I get pretty annoyed, and the SDCC Goku from this year was skirting the line between that like sort of repaint new figure territory. But this one I think is fair enough to say that it is just a retool of a pre-existing figure and worth being a sort of cool exclusive that, like, if you really want it, you can go after it, but not super necessary if you don't want it. But that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I will see you all next time.